I bet you didn't think we were going to do watercolor again so soon, did you? Well, here we are, and we are going to play with a little bit of watercolor. So come hang out with me. Let me see if I can get my life together here. Let me add this. And let's see if I can find my post. Here we go. All right. Look how awesome all of these colors are, y'all. Okay, you can comment the word October on this post and get the link to find out all the great stuff that's going on this month. We're going to do a club design tonight. This is the club for October. Okay, if you want to get this, whenever you comment October, you will get the link to sign up for my club. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Sandra. Let me just write my keyword. Oh, God. I can't type. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? What's going on? Y'all, look how tan I look. I don't know what happened. Well, I sort of do. It's not just the beach. Whenever I went and I did yoga this weekend with my cousins, and apparently I got a little more sun than what I thought. I did wear shorts, y'all. I ventured out of this house in shorts, and I went out in public and did yoga in public in shorts, which was a pretty big deal for me. Hi, Julie. How are you? Welcome. And yeah, I did that. Let me grab. But as I was sitting there doing yoga outside, by the way. Hi, Anita. What's going on? I was sitting crisscross, like with my legs, my feet, my legs crossed or whatever. And I could feel like the center of my, my inside of my thighs was kind of getting burnt. Okay, so this is Crimson Waverly paint. So let me just show you this one more time, okay? This is the club for this month. Y'all, there's a lot of great promos. To get, hi Rainy, how are you? To sign up for club, all you have to do is sign up. It's $21.99 per month plus shipping. Plus tax, sorry, no shipping on that. You get the club transfer. As a club member, you also get the cutout, which this month is just an oval like this, okay? But it is a reusable chalk shape that you can reuse. Now, I'm kind of doing a base coat here a little bit. I'm gonna try and not make this so red. Okay. Oh God, my paintbrush is really, so I was going for more of an orangey background, okay? So we're gonna give this a go. There, okay. Just before it dried, I wanted to try and mix in a little orange, or a little yellow. All right, so anyway, club is $21.99 a month. It is a subscription, so it automatically renews every single month on the 5th of the month. It renews, okay? So it charges you on the 5th, and they start shipping around like the 9th, okay? And as a club member, you automatically get that club transfer and the cutout, okay? Plus you get other promos. Like this month, we have, so for all customers, whether you're a club member or not, we have the Transfer Palooza promotion, which basically means all transfers on my website are buy 3, get 1 free. So whenever you add that 4th one to your cart, you'll get it free, okay? And I think I just screwed up by getting too much red on this, but we're going to try and fix it by just going in for more yellow. Anyways, so buy 3, get 1 free for all customers, okay? But there's more. If you're a club member and you go on my website, you spend $100, not only, so $75 qualifies you to add the color of the month to your cart, which is that. Hi, Brooke. How are you? Hi, Rayetta. The color of the month is that color Napa. It's like a wine red, y'all. Real excited about that one. If you haven't snagged it yet, you probably want to go do that because I don't know how long it will last. I doubt seriously that it's going to last that long this month, okay? I was shocked that Superstitious lasted as long as it did. All right, so here's my orange. I want to kind of I went a little too much, but whenever you're a club member and you spend $100 on my website this month, you get a free London frame and a 2-pack of board erasers. Okay, and that is for a $100 purchase. That will be added to your cart automatically. And then, of course, the color of the month is Napa, and it is $16 plus tax. Okay, that color of the month, just like all the other pastes are. So I'm going to go in with this Castle gray. Okay, so I just want to kind of soften this just a little bit. I might come back with some more yellow and red, but I just don't want this to be so in your face bright orange. Okay, so I'm just adding a tiny bit. I'm trying not to go too much with this gray and still let the red come through. Okay, the red and yellow. Anywho, so yeah, Transferpalooza is on, and make sure that you go in, get your buy 3, get 1 free, as many as you want. It's stackable. Whenever you add that 4th one to your cart, the price will change. Okay, and it should show that you're getting the least expensive transfer free. Plus, club members get $5.99 shipping on their first order of the month. Okay, so once you log in to your account, that'll update and you'll get the $5.99 flat rate shipping on that first order. And then all your other orders in the month will be $8.99. So I think that looks a little bit better. It's kind of softer, just a little. I do kind of want to dry this a little bit first before I do anything else to it. Oh God. Anywho, so yeah, also designers are getting $8.99 flat rate shipping too this month, which is awesome. So if you are a designer or you want to be a designer, you can have flat rate shipping all month long, which is amazing because normally they do it by weight. And heavy stuff is expensive, okay? Shipping is not cheap, so they're doing us a huge favor by giving us that inexpensive shipping, so definitely take advantage of that. Plus, if you haven't gotten your color of the month as a customer or designer, you're missing out. I got my order in already. So, what else is there? I think there was something else. Let me just look on this really quick. So there's Transferpalooza, and if you spend $100, you get that free frame and the free 2 board erasers, but you do have to be a club member, okay? So I can't place those orders for you. Like, I can't invoice you and place the order. You got to go do that, okay? Y'all, there's so much going on. There's a whole new perks pack out there, which is whenever you sign up as a designer, you can decide whether you want... Okay, so I'm going to just try and add just a little bit more yellow just to kind of... Not a lot, okay? I'm just kind of getting barely any on my brush, actually. And just going in so that it's a little fall, okay? I just didn't want it to be super bright red and all that. Or like the bright orange. That carrot orange that I have is a little much. Anyways, so if you decide that you want to start doing... get yourself a 40% discount on products. You can always do that too, okay? So you can become a designer. There's 2 choices. You can sign up for $9.99, okay? And that doesn't give you anything except access to the website immediately, okay? So here's this. I think I'm good here. I'm going to dry this and get rid of all of these paintbrushes. So if you are not a current club member and you love this club transfer and you decide that you want to sign up as a designer, if you want to do that $9.99 package, you can absolutely do that, but it does not come with the club transfer. So I always recommend that if you want the current club and you want to sign up like that, that's totally fine. But go and sign up for club first, and then whenever you sign up as a designer right after that, it will automatically switch you over. And you'll still get the club, okay? Excuse me. So that's a good way to do that. And darn it, I did not paint my club design. Dang it. Okay, well, we're going to have to do that still because I screwed up. Anywho, so, you don't have to sign up to sell anything either, okay? You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can absolutely just sign up to get the discount and have fun with chalk and just use it for yourself. Or you can start a business if you want to, okay? So I have a couple of these different, I thought I had more of them than that, but I'm going to use this black distressing ink. Y'all, I love these little ink pads. They're amazing. And one of these little dauber things. We're going to see how it goes with the dauber. Around the edge, as usual. So you don't have to sell anything, and that's what I want to make sure that you understand, okay? You can absolutely just use the discount for yourself and decide if you want to sell something. If you don't, then don't. Just do it to love it, right? So you do still get the club whenever you're a designer too, which is cool. And you still get the club cutout. There are restrictions. So in order to get the club cutout, you do have to place an order during the month before. So we have what's called the add-in program. So the first order of the month that you place, like even if it's on the first day of the month, you get the club for the next month in your order. So like yesterday, whenever I placed my order on the 1st, my order will come with the club for November. Okay, and that order will also have the club cutout in it, okay? Now, if I didn't place an order this month, I wouldn't get it. Hi, Sue. Thank you. I'm glad you like this already. I think you're really going to love this one. We're going to play with some watercolor again tonight. So, yeah, you get the club and the cutout. If you place your order, you get it early. And if not, it ships out. Just the club transfer itself ships out when all the other ones ship around the 9th of the month. Okay. So that's really cool. So you're not missing out on anything becoming a designer. So I just added a little bit of distressing. You can kind of see it around the edges. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you? But you do gain the 40% off discount, which is incredible. Okay, to be able to save that much. Now, there's that. I'm going to set this to the side, and I realized that I screwed up and put my paintbrushes away, but good thing I got a bunch of paintbrushes the other day, so I can make my way through this without worry that I'm not going to have enough paintbrushes here. So let's see if I can make myself some room. Oh my gosh. Okay. Too much going on here. Hi, Marie. How are you? Hi, Janelle. Welcome. All right. So I want to do the same thing here as I did just a minute ago. And I'm just going to grab some red and kind of messily put that down. And then get my yellow and mix it in, okay? And give us a nice orangey shade on our cutout. Now, you know, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm wondering if I really want to do it like this or not. Because I wanted my watercolor to show up. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead. But I think I'm going to add more gray to this one so that it'll be less vibrant. So then whenever we do watercolor on top, it'll be good still. I didn't even think about that because I do want to watercolor this one. Now I love these watercolors that I got, and I would just want to use them all the time now. So you're going to see a lot more of them. All right. Let's see if I can mix in this red, this yellow, and then I'm going to dry it and go over the top with gray again, and then we'll do the edges gray too, I think. But I really want to mute this out a lot, okay? I know it looks like a sunset right now. I don't want it to look like that here in just a minute. I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me, Marie. I do appreciate you so much. All of you. My October craft box is out too. I'm sorry it took me a minute to post that. I don't know what I was thinking. Y'all, October just snuck up on me. Like, if it was a snake, it would have bit me, okay? It was not here, and then here we are. So, yeah, I put that out there today. If you're interested, whenever you comment the word October, you will see the link to that to go to my Etsy. So I actually mixed Crimson, which is Waverly, and this home decor chalk paint that is called Vintage Mustard. I just did a little bit of the red and a little bit of the yellow and just let it mix while it was wet. Added a little bit of water to my brush and that helped to blend it. And then on this one, I added some gray on top to just kind of mute it out a little bit because it was looking a lot like this, very red. And I was not trying to have it be so intense. So I think I'm going to do gray on top. And then I might even go in with a little bit of brown, possibly. Okay. So, oh, I definitely need to wet this brush. So just spraying a little plain water on there so that it will spread just a little bit better, okay? And not be quite so dramatically red. Now, I don't want it to be full coverage, so I'm allowing the paint to be thinned out. That water helps too, okay? But I don't want so much red to show through that it's like blinding us. And whenever we go to paint our leaves and stuff on here, I want that to be what really is showing through. So, all right. So yeah, there's tons and tons of promotions this month, y'all. Oh, there's Dozer too. Say hi to Dozer because he is barking his head off. Tons of promotions, but yeah, you can sign up for a designer to be a designer by doing the $9.99 kit. Okay, it's $9.99 plus tax, or you can do the $99 kit, which comes with like $285 worth of stuff. Okay, and that is a great deal because you end up getting it for so cheap. It comes with surfaces, it comes with transfers, it comes with paste packets, and I believe even a jar of ink. A jar of white paste, some tools to get you going. But if you've been doing chalk for any length of time and you already have a bunch of stuff, you might want to look at doing the $9.99 kit and then going and putting your own kit together on the website and buying what you want instead of doing that kit that's already put together, because you might find that some of that stuff you already have or don't need or don't want. Okay, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about signing up. Okay, so this is a little more muted, and I'm liking that. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? Welcome. So I'm going to dry this. I might do a little bit more gray on top and just kind of streak it a little bit, and then we can get started with our transfer and getting some watercolor down and seeing how that looks on here. Hopefully it's going to be great. I have no idea how it's going to be. No clue at all. So I guess we'll learn together tonight. I have not tried to watercolor on one of these yet, so it should be interesting. But with our watercolor experiment the other night, it worked out really well on the watercolor paper. The paste held up really nicely against the water that was in my brush. So I think it might be great. I hope. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit more gray and just kind of splotchily paint it. Not splotchily. That's not a word, but just kind of see if I can not really doing a pattern or anything, but I just want to add a little bit of kind of texture here, okay? And I think that's pretty good, actually. So I'm going to dry it one more time, and then I want to I'm going to do the edges of this with the gray just so that it's not white, because it's going to be sitting on top of our surface and I don't want it to have white edges because, you know, that looks silly. And this gray is kind of fading into the background a little bit too, so that's pretty perfect. Look how good that looks. Hopefully you can see my vision. If not, hang tight and it will appear to you here in just a few, I hope. So I'm just gonna hit the edges real fast. So anyway, yeah, I went and I did yoga yesterday, y'all, in this like restaurant. Not inside, but like they have an outdoor space, which is beautiful. It had like that grass that they have like on golf courses that's real short and really nice and plush and like doesn't get muddy when it rains. You know what I'm talking about? So we did yoga, me and my cousins. It was so fun. But y'all, I'm so sore today, okay? And I actually, I didn't eat much before we left, okay? All I did was drink a little bit of coffee. I did have a little bit of yogurt, but I did not eat much. And I was feeling a little lightheaded whenever we started doing all the like trying to balance stuff. And so I'm just going to go around the edges where I maybe came over the edge a little much and try to blend that a little bit. Okay. So I actually sat down and just did some stretches and stuff on the ground a little bit through parts of it because I just wasn't comfortable doing all a bristle brush. I don't know what kind of brush you speak of, Sue. I know, it does kind of look like a sunset. How the gray is looking a little bit like clouds. Hopefully we're going to get more of a fall vibe here in just a minute. Anyway, so I did sit out a little bit, which was fine. But y'all, I was not expecting to be sore from that little bit of yoga that I did. Probably 45 minutes worth of yoga. But I woke up this morning and my shoulders and my legs, basically from head to toe, I'm sore. And I got some sun, if you notice. So that's kind of cool. We were not out there very long, so I did not think that I was going to get much sun, but here we are. It was a beautiful day, too. There was a small breeze, so thank God, because it's so hot here right now that it's just ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, I think this is going to be great. So this little circle thing is where the club transfer is going to go, okay, right in the middle. But I do want to use the rest of this transfer on here, so we are going to do that first. So I'm going to just get a little bit of wax, and I'm going to just go around the edges where this transfer is going to push down and make sure that I wax really nicely around the edge. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the center because my cutout's going to be glued there. Okay, oh, you know what? Speaking of glue, I probably need to turn that on. Hopefully it's charged enough. If not, then I do have another battery. I hate exercising, Sue. Absolutely hate it. But my cousin is an exercise fanatic. Okay? She's the worst. And she's so fit and so thin and always has been. Very competitive. And I am not any of those things. Okay? I don't want to compete on anything. I don't have to be the winner. I'm not going to race you. It's always something with her wanting to race or whatever, which bless her heart, she's the sweetest, okay? And she just wants us to be healthy with her, me and my cousin Terry. And we have pretty much spent most of our lives we have a similar body type. That's what I'll say, okay? Me and my cousin Terry. But we're both down some weight, both me and Terry, which she's looking incredible. I think she's already at her goal weight, so that's awesome. So Stacy's always encouraging us to go work out with her, and here I am living in Texas again, sweating in all the ways, okay? Not only with the exercise, but also just existing here. It means that you're going to be sweating. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this on. Now, I am sticking the entire thing, okay? But we're only going to do this outside oval and the words, okay? So, I should have pulled out some paste, but I did not. So, we're going to do, if I can find it, here it is. We're going to use Shimmer Shadow because it's my favorite. And I think the black will work the best for this. Plus, we used Black Velvet the last time, and I figure why not switch it up just a bit. Let's see if I can find a squeegee in here. Oops. I have all stuff. I have a hair tie, random hair tie. Sometimes you need one. You know, you never know. So yeah, I did yoga. It was fun. And y'all, I knew that I was going to love being home, being near my family, but it's even better now because I live up here on the north side, close to them. Before, I wasn't far, but we did not hang out as much as we should have the last time I lived here, and that is a mistake. Huge mistake. I should have been hanging out with them more. And so it's really nice to be able to go run down and meet them. Next weekend we have intentions to go get a pedicure. We have an appointment scheduled for next Sunday, so that'll be fun. And after that, we're going to go over to their mom's house and invade the pool. Plus, my cousin Terry brought her daughter, which was awesome. Y'all, it's absolutely crazy to me that the kids are growing up like they are. Like, she's a full teenager. She's in 8th grade now. And I'm just like, wow. She's so cool too. Like, I can see us having some fun times. So excited about that too. It's gonna be great. All right, so I've got the outer ring on here now, okay? And this says, always grateful, forever thankful, and abundantly blessed around the edges, okay? So I'm going to set this over here so it can dry. And in the meantime, we're going to work on this bad boy, okay? So now, I do want to wax just a little bit, okay? Now, I did find that my watercolor did not stick that great whenever I waxed on my watercolor paper, which I definitely recommend that you wax whenever you use paper, okay? And on one of these surfaces, if you paint it first, you need to wax it because your transfer is pretty much guaranteed. It's going to pull up your paint. So just wax it first and hope for the best, okay? Now, I'm going to put this right down there. And, you know, I always have little, whatever that is in there. So just make sure that you get any little fuzzies or lint or whatever this is, I don't even know, out of, from underneath. So that, no yoga with goats, but I'm sure it's on the list, okay, of her torture mechanisms that she has in store for me. I'm sure of it. And she's so cute, y'all. Like, seriously. I was struggling so bad. And like I said, my cousin is so fit. She's incredible. She does yoga all the time. And so she's like a bendy stick, you know? And I'm like over here struggling to touch my toes, which is funny, but I mean, she's like got her hands flat on the ground and she's bending over and I'm like, okay, I I can touch the ground when I'm sitting on the ground. That's pretty much as close as I get to the ground. But not just leaning over, grabbing my toes. But like anytime that there was like a hard move or whatever, and I'm like, ugh, I'm like grunting and like, you know, she's just laughing at me and laughing with me. So that's fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. And my cousin's daughter she was funny too, because like she was taking breaks with me. We were kind of taking cues from each other. Like, we can take a break. It's fine. So, and yoga classes are awesome because they tell you, you know, do your own. If you need to take a break or do something different, then do that. You know, they don't judge you. And I love that about yoga. Because they just want you to be there and hang out and stuff. So, pretend I'm being chased. Yeah, so that was one thing I asked her. Whenever she said yoga, I'm like, okay, I'm down, but I don't want to do hot yoga where they like turn on the heater. I'm not interested. I don't like to be like super hot, okay, like sweaty hot. I don't like it at all, which is funny because I live in Texas and it's like a furnace outside every day, all day. You know, you go out there and like, I don't know, walk to the car and you're covered in sweat. But I hate it. I don't like the feel of like my hair wet on my neck and things like that. I just don't like it at all. And so I confirmed it wasn't hot yoga, but it was going to be, outside, which thank God it was in the morning. It wasn't too hot yet. And there was a great breeze. Although we were right in the sun, you know, you give and you take, right? I drove home with the AC on blast the whole way home. Thank God for air conditioner. Okay, so I could stop here and be done, but why would I do that when there's so much fun stuff to paint on this one? And I have these beautiful watercolors. So there's my design, and this just sits right in the center of your, of this part, okay? So you can actually use this transfer. You don't have to use the cutout with it, all right? Or you can use it a second time and not use the cutout, of course. But we're going to begin with the cutouts. And I pulled some brushes. Hopefully these will be good ones. I'm going to start smaller because I learned last time that smaller works a little better than the big brush. So I'm just spraying a little bit of water right into my little pans, which is a great thing. I like that you can just do that. And then I'm gonna go in, oh my gosh, this color is beautiful, and get this paint pumpkin painted. Now if you love these watercolors, I haven't added them to my Amazon list yet, but if you would like the link to them, because they are incredible, okay, just comment here watercolor and I can send you that link so that you can get them. And they are extremely inexpensive too, which I'm loving lately, because I don't know if I told y'all or if you remember, but we had a ton of trees cut down in our backyard and our front yard, and I'm on a payment plan with the guy that cut him down. So I'm kind of broke right now, and anything that's new has to be cheap or free. So that yoga this weekend, free, okay? Pedicures won't be, but I don't care. That's gonna have to be what it is, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm loving this, y'all. I love it. I think that this would probably work just as good on the cutout itself without paint on it. But with the paint, this watercolor is going on just amazing. I am really digging it. But yeah, I would actually, Sue, I would be willing to do that yoga again. Even though during it, all I could think about was, when is this going to be over? How many more times is she going to tell me to get into a plank? Because y'all, plank is the absolute torture of all tortures, okay? It's like Chinese water torture or something. It's the worst. And, you know, whoever came up with that is a sadist, okay? Probably, I assume. It's supposed to be relaxing, but oh my gosh. Terrible. No, I'm just kidding. It was not that bad, but, you know, I'm not a big fan of exercising, so I'm going to try this green. Hopefully this isn't too green for a fall leaf. I need a little more color there. Less water, more color. Ooh, that is so pretty. I'm liking this a lot. And my water cup is not clean at the moment, or else I'd be using it, but I'm just using this baby wipe right here and a little bit of water to clean my brush. I mean, seriously. That's what I kept asking myself. How many more times am I going to have to do this before I just keel over right here? I've never really been into exercising though. Now I could see the endorphin side of it because afterward I did feel really good. It felt like I got my day started correctly. So I do get how people can be like addicted to working out and love it, want to work out early in the morning, but actually getting myself up and like doing it on my own without having someone else holding me accountable to that and meeting up with them, because if I wouldn't have been meeting with them, I'd have found some excuse not to go. I would have made up a million excuses in my head and I wouldn't have done it. But having that accountability partner is super helpful, and somebody that will be disappointed if you don't go. And not disappointed in you, but just disappointed like that they didn't see you that day, you know? Plus, I would have been disappointed in myself. Y'all, this is looking so good. I am really, really pleased with how well these watercolors are showing up on here. It is super vibrant. Let's see if we can do some more green, I think. I want to try a kind of brighter green. And I think I'm going to give this, oh, that's probably too bright, but that's okay. It might be a little too green here. That's okay. We'll go for it. But yeah, I could definitely see how it makes you feel good working out, but my goodness. I got them on Amazon. I can send you the information, the link for it, because these watercolors are incredible. I should have put it in my keyword link, but I did not because, you know, I didn't think about it. But they really are awesome. They work so good, and they're pretty darn cheap. They weren't expensive. So, and they're like professional grade, I think. I don't know what that means, but they're really, really good. They're not like the ones I had in school. Hi, Rebecca. How are you, love? Hi, Milta. Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. All right. So this is the club transfer. If you didn't know, club is $21.99 a month. It is open to join all the time. You can just comment the keyword October. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I know that's not a fall looking leaf, but I don't even care about it. I love that green color. So I think I'm going to try this yellow that's over here. That's kind of it's kind of a golden yellow. for this other big leaf here. See if we can make this work. Yeah, I'm really loving this watercolor. And I can't believe that it's taken me this long. I've been in chalk for almost 3 years. And this is like only the second time that I've used watercolor, and the first time was earlier this week, or last week. So that's terrible. But definitely give this a go. And this is another one of those great transfers, this club transfer to do this with. You could easily, obviously, do this yourself or set this one up and put it on either this cutout or any surface, really, and let your kid watercolor it or color it with colored pencils or crayons, markers, whatever. Even paint pens would be really pretty to color those leaves in. Okay, so I'm going to go back over them with a black paint pen, I think, and just sharpen those lines up a little bit. But I think this is pretty good so far. So let's see. I think we're going to try a brownish on these acorns that are all scattered throughout. And I think we're going to do the bottom and the top the same color, okay? I know that's probably not correct in the wild, but that's okay with me. I'm loving this, though. Let me see if there's... I think that's all the acorns. I thought there were more, but maybe not. Hi, Beth. How are you? Isn't this great? Look at all of these colors in this watercolor pan, y'all. It's so exciting. I love these watercolors. I'm just really loving them a lot. Try this red here. This one's very similar to the one that I used over here, but that's okay. And I'm glad I toned down this background, but I'm also really glad that I painted it that color so that it still looks really fallish, but toned down with the gray. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And I've got a couple more leaves that I want to do individual colors, and then we're going to do all of the small colors just across the board. So trying to kind of broaden my horizons a little bit for colors that I normally probably would not choose, but that are more of a fall palette. This orangey red is really nice. And also these new brushes that I got are pretty great too. Really liking them also. I bought them at the same time that I got the paint. Okay, so I've got like 2 more leaves, and then I'll do all of the small leaves in the same color, I think, across the board. Oh my gosh, I picked up the wrong thing. I was not looking. All right, I'm gonna try this darker green here for this one. And then I kind of want to try this like dune color. I don't know why I feel the need to try this one so badly, but I do. So let's see how that looks on these smaller leaves. And then I definitely want to take a paint pen and kind of touch up some of the lines inside of the leaves at the end. Just to make it really, I did miss one leaf right there, so maybe I'll go back with an orange on it. All right, so we're almost there now. Oh my gosh, have y'all seen next month's? It is so pretty. I'll have to see if I can do a sneak peek in my VIP group maybe. So if you're not in there, come join. Okay. Where's that? Here it is. Here we go. And then I want to do the little stem on my pumpkin, nice and brown. And we're about done here. So there's a little water left in this green. I'm going to just get this one right here. And just, there's like a little corner of a leaf sticking out right there. But I think we're good. So there's my watercolor, y'all. This turned out amazing. Really, really happy with it. And I literally just sprayed water right into the little pans and used it right out of there. And then it even dried up in some of them. So like, it's dry from the last time that I used it, and I sprayed the water directly in there the last time too, so that's pretty neat. So I'm going to dry this really well with my blow dryer. And it doesn't even look like I need to go back with a paint pen, so that's perfect too, because I think I would just mess it up if I did. That paint's kind of soaking in and letting the black shine through that we did as the base. Try not to get too close to this one because it's got quite a bit left there and I don't want to spread it. We're getting there. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate that. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Beth. All right. So if you haven't followed me yet, make sure that you do, that you like this post or love this post, really. Facebook likes it whenever you love stuff. Share me with your friends, of course. Follow my page. And whenever you comment the word October, you will get the link to get live notifications. And whenever you sign up for notifications, then you'll get a notice whenever I go live. Okay, so there's that. Y'all, this turned out so good. I'm really, really happy with it. So I'm just going to use hot glue, nothing else. But you could use E6000 or whatever else you want to use on here as well. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I am loving it. I think it's perfect. Y'all, look how pretty this turned out. And then, I mean, we could even go along the edges and touch them up with like gray or black paint along the edges and really, or even like this. Let's see if this stuff, let's do this really quick before I let you go. This distressing ink is amazing. I need to get the bigger ink pads though. I'm sure I'm gonna be out of this stuff in no time. Yeah. I definitely want to go around the edges on this and just buff it out. These little dauber things are amazing too. They work great for a lot of stuff. So the name brand, this is the paint that I got, the watercolors. And the paint brushes just say artist brush on them, but I'll have to get, I can send you a link on the brushes, but they're pretty great. Yeah, so I'm just adding a little bit just so that it's not so like white and clean on the edges, you know? And this thing can just, so the great thing about these palette signs is that they already have a lip on the edge, on the inside, on both the sides. Now, if you want to hang it sideways, you're going to have to add a hanger to it, okay? But if you want to hang it up and down, I usually just throw a nail or a screw in the wall and hang it right from the little ledge. And that works great. Or, of course, you can prop it up against whatever. Oops. Loving the way this turned out, though. So make sure that you follow me. You get live notifications so that you know whenever I'm going live, because I am planning some really, really great projects, y'all. I have so many good ideas. I started working on my list again today of some more stuff. I grabbed a few little things on Amazon this morning that I just couldn't resist for my projects later this week. So that stuff should be in hopefully tomorrow, so I can do this project that I want to do tomorrow night. Oh, well, the next night, because I do have my craft box that I released today, and I will be doing that tomorrow. So come hang out with me and let me know how much you love this. If you want to get a link to like the watercolor stuff, just comment that here and I'll comment back with the link for you. Of course, you can comment October and get all of the information to get this transfer and to sign up for notifications and everything else, okay? All right, y'all. Love you so much. Have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow.